Well, hey there, brothers. Welcome to Silver State RC Adventures. I am here, stealing the show again, brothers. Ooh, yeah. This is my show, not T-Dog's show. The Macho Show. Here, unboxing a new truck from Team Associated called the Apex2 HooniTruck. Oh my god. Such a sweet truck I've wanted for so long. Just so happens it had to be after the untimely passing of Ken Block. Rest in peace, brother. We're gonna do some donuts, and we're gonna kill all the tires for you, brother. Ooh yeah. Anyways, check out this sweet truck.
Macho Man, is that you in there?
Oh, I don't even care anymore. I can fight him. He's not as tough as he looks, guys. Don't worry. Trevor comes in here, I'm gonna beat him up, and we'll get on to the review.
No, you're not. You're not gonna do that at all. I can hear you, and I'm here. What's all that you got to say?
I can kick your butt.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I doubt it. What's up, guys? Trevor with Silver State RC Adventures. How you doing? It's been a little bit. But we're here. And we've got a new toy. Because, yeah, I wanted one. And that's what we do as adults. We want a toy, we buy a toy. Yeah! Anyways, welcome. The new Team Associated Apex2 chassis. Got this in the HooniTruck edition. Their first one they released because I've just always liked the look of the HooniTruck. Nothing against the Hoonicorn, which is an amazing looking vehicle, but I just think the HooniTruck was a little bit cooler. And me being a truck guy, obviously, trucks. We got the truck. But I will say it was a hard decision because I really wanted the A550 Sport Rally chassis. But the one thing I really wanted were these shocks. The lack of bearings wasn't really a big thing for me. The oil light bushings are probably sweet to run for a long time, especially doing some rally stuff where you're going to get a little dirty here and there. Probably a better choice anyways. But I really wanted some nice shocks. And that was pretty much the selling point for me. I kind of like the look of the truck in the Apex2 normal chassis. With the, like the G10 main chassis and shock towers. It looks pretty cool. Plastic chassis tub looks like it could probably make, I don't know, maybe take more abuse, or looks like it's better suited for abuse. Because this chassis looks really nice. But we'll find out. Because I am going to have a lot of fun with it. Anyways, let's kind of like stop talking about it and looking at it in the box right here. We can talk along. But, I don't know, should we go over some of these chassis features? Let's see here. It says steel dog bones and drive axles, sealed front and rear gear differentials, adjustable hook and loop battery straps, full metal ball bearings, injection molded brake calipers and rotors, aluminum motor plate, adjustable shock mounting locations, bolt-on steering plates, bleeder screws included on the shock caps, which is, yes, the big selling point for me. Molded one-piece tie rods and steering links, perfect because I hate adjustments. Sealed receiver box, adjustable body post height locations, steel 25-tooth servo horn, G10 shock towers, G10 main chassis, shorty battery box, and POM filled injection molded pivot balls, which are pretty sweet. I like how smooth and just light they are and everything, Great, but I heard that you can replace those with the metal pivot balls and all that other stuff from like the IFS front end and things like that, and the ball studs, so we will definitely be playing around with some of those ideas. Also, with, some of the pictures right here, it says for better handling, A, arm, front, and rear independent suspension keeps the HooniTruck under control during the wildest of driving conditions. We will find out. Threaded oil-filled shocks smooth out the bumps when ripping down the tarmac and shredding tires, because we are going to get very shreddy. Active rear suspension allows the amount of toe change to be adjusted through the suspension cycle, increasing or decreasing rear grip, which is phenomenal. That was kind of another key selling point for me, because I've had others trying to sway me to the ProTech, or I'm sorry, not ProTech, 4Tech 2.0 or 3.0 options, but I am just really not a big Traxxas fan. They're kind of what got me into the hobby, but, Team Associated has always had my eyesight for over the years and everything. Them and Losi were always cool brands to me growing up. So, thus, the Team Associated decision. And the other little tidbits of this that actually make it much better for me, in my opinion. My opinion. Alright, don't everyone get all crazy about what I say. After that, it's a sealed center driveline, keeps dirt and debris out, along with bits of tire rubber for smooth and reliable power delivery. Yee. The Apex2 chassis is equipped with metal ring and pinion gears for long-lasting durability that can handle tire slaying burnouts. Yes, sir. Reedy SC500X programmable brush ESC program card sold separately, which I have. And Reedy Sport 550 15-turn 3-slot brushed motor will all be powering this beautiful machine. Let's see if there's anything else it kind of just says on the outside. We could just give you a brief overview of, it tells you what the meaning of hoonigan is. A person who operates a motor vehicle in an aggressive and unorthodox manner, consisting of, but not limited to, drifting, burnouts, donuts, as well as acts of automotive aeronautics. One who hoons. Well, that's me. Been hooning cars since I was 2002. Yeah, 2002 with my sweet Integra Type R, which I post every now and then on my Instagram. Car's been sitting on the back burner because it's a collector's piece that gets driven hard every once in a while. Integra Type R for the win. Alright, so let's start breaking into these nice factory sealed stickers here to make sure you know that you are receiving an unopened product. Hopefully. Some of these people are really good at opening boxes and putting it back together. I just seen someone Dottie ordered a TRX4 and it wound up being something someone bought from Walmart or something. Crazy stuff. Alright. Tape's getting swiped. Don't worry, we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. Alright. Up topper? Are you an up topper? Oh yeah, that way up topper. Alright. So I will open that side like that. Let's see which side I want to open. We'll go with this side. Put that blade away so I don't run into it. Alright, where's the bottom of this side? Da, 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 da. Yep, don't worry. We're still getting there. Oh, dang. I guess I should have bought the HooniCorn. I was under the understanding that the HooniTruck and the HooniCorn came with the Hoonigan Garage. But I just got a bare basic box. Dang it. That was, again... Oh boy, I hope I didn't mess up my camera view. Anyways, yeah, Dang it. I really wanted that garage. Well, I guess you get to see the look of disappointment in my face live. Wow, that's a bummer. That was 99% of my decision was the garage. Dang, that sucks, man. I guess I did need to buy the Hoonicorn. Bummer. Oh well. That's me, always making the wrong decisions, I guess. Alright. Well, we have a controller. XP120. 2-channel. We have HooniTruck. Looks good. Looks good. A little bit smaller than what some people might expect, it looks like. But that's okay. I've seen one in person already, so I knew it was kind of a little bit smaller than like the Vortex and other 10th scale chassis touring car based majiggers. But yeah, this is perfect for me, just to have some fun. Because, you know, I don't always have time to just get in my car and drive out to like Red Rock or Lone Mountain or Mount Charleston or some of the other places that I visit. And, you know, sometimes I'm just bored around at night and would like to rip my little truck around in the sweet parking lot right behind my house. And now I have that option. Very good. Let me grab my snippers here so we can release the truck from this right here. There we go. Got those, and we've got our truck. Oh, and I like that it's got a little bit of just weight to it. Good weight. I'm not saying like it's like heavy, but like it's stout for its size. For sure. Definitely stout for its size. But yeah. Suspension seems pretty decent out the box. A little fast reactive. I'll kind of give it a shot, do some rebound adjustments and stuff like that. Try and mess with the ride height and see if, I don't know if that's probably not going to really counteract anything. Preload is preload, you know, it's just ride height adjustment, so. We'll see, but let's do the so relaxing feeling of peeling these plastics. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just watched a video of some guy complain about how hard it was to pull those body clips off. Super easy, dude. It was super easy, dude. Alright. This body clips to the side, we'll pull that. Killer looking body. I mean, just look at those sweet twin turbos. Intake manifold sticking out the hood. Such a killer effect right there. Got your side exit exhausts that are all molded plastic as well. This little truck bed rack is also molded plastic along with the wing. And I'm glad mine is nice and straight compared to some of the people, I guess, that said theirs were warped. So cool. That's cool. Got that straight. Got a straight wing, but no garage in the box. Dang it. Looks like it's got holes pre-drilled out right here too for most likely the mirrors that'll go on right there. So you don't got to drill those holes. They're already pre-drilled for you right there, it looks like. And then yeah, on the inside you've got light buckets in the front, so you can put some headlights in. Rear is plain. There is nothing in the rear end for tail lights, but that's okay. They don't need to see your tail lights. They just need to know that you passed them and don't need them around anymore. Because, well, fast life. Also, what I do like are these molded plastic side skirts, little side splitters type deal, you know, help deflect the air and everything else and keep you on the ground a little bit more. At least that's probably the intended purpose of them. But great looking body, man. Great looking body. I like the truck. Next on, we got these cool little tires here. Nice compound. Feel nice and sticky. They're not like squishy. They got a nice stiffness to them. They just kind of feel like right where you want them, probably. I don't know. This is my first on-road car. So, yeah. But yeah, here we go. There is your Apex2 chassis. Very simple, laid out chassis. Looks easy to work on and everything else, which is what I like. Just the simplicity and ease of access for everything. So that was kind of another contributing factor to my decision, is this just seemed a whole lot easier to work around. The preload in the front, pretty much maxed out compared to the rear, so you know, yeah, we'll just make adjustments as we need to, but yeah. Chassis looks good, like I'm saying. A little fast reacting in the front, a little fast reacting in the rear. That'll probably get you a lot of chassis slap. We'll see if I need to make some adjustments. But yeah, you know, the ride height underneath the chassis seems to be pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. I wonder if you can maybe get more travel with just like slightly longer shocks and then put some rally tires on here and have some real fun. We'll find out. We'll find out, because I kind of want to try that idea, explore the idea a little bit. But yes, here is the underneath with that G10 fiberglass chassis. Looks really nice. Looks really nice. Bottom end looks really good. The only thing I can maybe say that I'm a little worried about is how these screws stick out at the bottom of those balls right there on the bottom end. I don't know, you know, maybe like rocks and pebbles and other little dumb things you can run into there, but hopefully it doesn't really do anything too bad when you're trying to remove the screws there. But yeah, these tires are a real nice compound. I like them. You know, it's all the same, identical everything that you would see on the HooniTruck, you know, the wheels and the tires that you would see on it. Well, probably not the exact tires, but, you know, they're good looking tires. Good looking tires. Wheels and tire combo there. I've seen some companies have like sell, you know, like Yeah Racing, I've seen for like $17 sell touring car sets of tires, wheels and tires for like $17. So I was like, yeah, we could just shred tires all day. But yeah, we'll look into other wheels and tires options, because it's going to get a little expensive when you're burning through tires all the time. So we'll try and just find things that work really well and all that other good stuff, and we'll just see ultimately at the end what kind of good tires we can find that are cheap and good enough to last a little bit, to, you know, run through stuff like that. But yeah, here is your 15 kilogram steering servo that it comes with. Your SC500X ESC, that is 2 to 3S LiPo compatible, or 4 to 9 cell nickel metal hydrate. BEC offers a 7.4 volt at 5 amps setting, water resistant brushed ESC with the Sport 550 Reedy Power 15 turn 3 slot motor, which will provide some pretty decent power for a brushed motor and in this setup. We'll kind of play around, because Reedy does have like the Radon 2 options. That's a you know, I think it was a 15 turn 4 slot or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I've seen some of the Reedy brushed options that I might try out because they're cheap. And yeah, I've got this ESC. It says that the program card for the SC480X should work for it and be able to make some adjustments. So we'll give it a shot. Got your little jumper plug here to, you know, swap it over from LiPo or nickel metal hydrate, whichever battery you're going to use. Of course, it's a, like everyone says, it's a shorty LiPo box. That's kind of a big issue for some people. People are like, oh, you know, let's put a full-size LiPo in there, but like, I don't care. I use shorties, so I don't care. I have 5,000 milliamp shorty 2S lipos that I can slap in here and have some fun with. And then maybe upgrade to maybe some 3S lipos later on if I feel like just destroying electronics. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, but cool. You know, it looks really good. Looks really easy to work on. Like, you know, you just access some of these screws, get your center diff, or, you know, remove these. Factory team has some carbon fiber options for these plates and the shock towers and the toe adjusters right here on, you know, the top. So I will definitely be looking into those and buying those and putting them on the car, truck / majigger, you call it, and just for cool looking hop-ups. And then we'll explore more things, because I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff is compatible from other things that I can put on here. So like I could probably get some aluminum shock bodies from another platform that uses the same shocks and things like that, and just, you know, just make it a little bit better than it already is. Steel center drive shaft, steel axles with that steel output drives on them and everything. You know, they're looking good. Like it says, it's the one piece fixed links there, so there is no adjustments in them, which is cool for me. I don't need adjustments on them. Like everything that I'm just gonna drive it. Like I'm not gonna, you know, race it and be competitive with it. I just need it to do exactly what it does right out the box, which is just be an on-road little tire slayer. You got your sealed receiver box here with your receiver in there, probably 2-channel in there to match the 2-channel transmitter. So yeah, everything looks good. I really like the independent suspension setup. These control arms look nice, beefy and bulky. Looks like they can handle some abuse. Everything on here just looks nice and stout. Like, you know, you can drive it and not have to worry about breaking it easily, unless you run into stuff, parked stuff, heavy stuff. Then you can expect some broken stuff going on there. But yeah, that's all this. Let's kind of like check out some of the things here that it came with, because we're gonna need them. It's got an optional spur gear here. Probably help you increase speed, I'm thinking. This is an optional locker or a spool, so you can lock maybe front or rear. I think the center is already locked. I think I heard watching a review a little bit ago about this chassis. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, we'll find out. And if so, maybe we'll experiment with locking the front or the rear. Locking the rear will give me a little bit more drifting action. Locking the front will give me a little bit more drivability and handling. Probably some understeer action, but you know, I'll be able to pull the rear end around with me all the time without having to worry about it kicking out. But yeah, that's all going to be preference. So we'll have to drive and just, you know, figure things out. And then we got this here. Let me grab my scissors. We can cut into the baggie and see what it all comes with. Your SC500X owner's manual. This will give you all the details about how it works. Talks about your reedy power, program card tuner, how you can adjust it. So we'll definitely play with that. Yeah, just a couple troubleshooting things like this, that, here, and the other. You know, so you know, you need some info about your SC500X. This will have some info in there to help you along. And then this is probably going to be like a brochure, yeah, just highlighting some of their sweet platforms across their whole lineup. You know, great umbrella of a company, Team Associated. Just great brands and great products, as always. And no, they don't pay me to say that. I say it because I mean it. I got some extra stickers here to slap on so you can get your scale brake looking thing going. You got a license plate, some extra stickers to slap on. It looks like the Ford sticker there, some light things, you know, just little tidbit stuff you can just add on. And we'll look into that a little bit later. this will be the actual manual. This will tell you how to work on it, you know, take it all the way apart and put it all back together if you choose to do so. Anything else like that, part numbers and stuff like that. So these are always good to have around. Don't be afraid to read it. It's got a lot of good info in there. Don't be afraid to educate yourself. It's always good to educate yourself and get familiarized with things. Don't be like me where you half butt it and then act like you know everything. Yeah, I just called myself out. That's right. Speed. Alright. So that's all. That's everything that comes with it right there. And that is your unboxing of the Apex2 chassis. Like I said, beautiful, beautiful looking thing here. It's going to be a fun ride. We're going to get some drive time in it later today after my crawl session with the Element Bushido that has now been 4-linked and servo on axle swap. Shout out to SOR for the free solid or servo on axle mount. I seen on their Instagram that they were gonna give a free one away to anyone that pre-ordered, and I guess I was the lucky recipient of that. I just found out today by seeing that yeah, I was refunded my money to my account, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I looked back on the email and it said refunded on there, and I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, nice little surprise today that I found out just by looking over my bank account. And already having the part for like 2 weeks now, so I need to message them and send a shout out if they don't watch my channel or watch my videos. And you didn't hear me already, thank you guys very much. I appreciate that, and look forward to buying more of your products for the Bushido, which we will have out today. So look forward to Instagram videos and pictures and all that other cool stuff like you normally see. And then definitely look out for a YouTube video of us driving after talking about it. So yeah, we'll get some drive time in, we'll put it all together, make a sweet little video here for you guys. And then I will be back after I drive it, and we'll sit here, and I'll probably have different clothes on, or maybe I'll just wear the same clothes to make it look like the day never ended. And then we'll give you my first drive analysis of the Apex2 HooniTruck. Alright guys, well, as always, it's a pleasure to meet up with you guys here on the World Wide Web and chit chat about RC stuff and see what kind of cool things I'm getting into. Or not. It all depends. You like my stuff or not. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you out on the trails, on the streets now, what? And everything else. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, share the content, all that other good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. guys, welcome back. I know the video is going to be out a little bit later than I wanted it to, but it's all good. I've been sick the last week, so it kind of sucked. Put a little damper and things there, but we're back. Yes, sir. We got some drive time with the truck in. I've ran about, let's see here, about 4 battery packs through it. And I could say I'm thoroughly impressed with this truck already. As I've already kind of said in my Instagram post that I've done a couple times of some pictures of the coupe truck. Yes, coupe truck. Really great, man. As you can tell, it's good looking. Really liking the body so far. You know, I was kind of skeptical if I was going to beat it up a lot, but then you realize that as long as you're not anywhere dangerous, you're not really going to mess the body up at all. You're just going to be doing a lot of driving around. So I was like, alright, cool. Don't got to worry about the body getting all beat up a little bit, so that's nice. Keep it kind of good looking. So we'll pop the body off there for a second. Let's kind of get into some good stuff here. My initial thoughts on after driving it. Everything is set up very well out of the box there. This Sport 550 15 turn 3-slot motor is very nice for brushed. I've been running it on 2S so far because I don't have any 3S shorty lipos yet. So once I do get those, I'll try it out on 3S and see how I like it, which I should, because 2S has been a lot of fun already, so 3S is just going to be even better. So yeah, you will be thoroughly impressed with the stock power plant here, the SC500X, and 550 15-turn 3-slot motor, all provided by Reedy Electronics, which are very good. I've just been running this little Gensace 2S 5000 mAh, and I've been getting some really good runtime so far. I've been getting at least a good about an hour, just some really good, just shredding around. Did a asphalt parking lot by my house, and then the past few sessions I've been in a underground parking garage that has some very, very, very slick cement. So you just get to really do some really awesome power slides the whole time down there. You're just really just sliding along, not too much traction, so it's all good on your tires and everything else. And yeah, just get to have a lot better of a surface down there. Plus you're out of the elements. You don't have the sun beating down on you. If it's a windy day, it doesn't matter. If it's raining, don't matter. Hot, cold, either way, you're in an underground parking garage, so it's perfect in there. That was actually the first place I was like, yep, I know where I'm going, because it used to be a long time ago a cool little drift spot for all the drift guys. They'd all go down there and just drift around in the underground garage. It was like a kind of oval, so they just like drift around and cool stuff like that. But then years later, they finally cemented in some speed bumps down there to stop us from doing that, which sucks, but doesn't stop the RC cars from going down there and having a good time now. Because now you can just use those speed bumps as cool drift jumps where you're sliding, you know, cool shit. But yeah, anyways, enough talking about all that good stuff. Kind of get back to the chassis here. The stock servo, muy bueno so far. Stock electronics, muy bueno. The diffs operate pretty well. Maybe you could do some diff tuning here and there, just for some different likings and things like that. Maybe I want like the rear end to lock up a little bit more, so that way I can have a little bit more initial drift action and stuff like that, or whatnot, and cool things. You know, that's what's cool about tuning diffs or putting lockers in them, is you can just kind of set it up how you want it and drive it how you want it. But yeah, the drivetrain's been pretty excellent, handling all the abuse so far. So yeah, drivetrain's good. Electronics are good. Chassis is very nice. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really show too many scrapes from me doing some speed bump jumping and stuff like that, so, you know, takes some abuse really well. I mean, it's not like I'm like jumping this thing and bashing the crap out of it anyways, but, you know, it's just like little like hops and, you know, stuff like that. So, but the shocks are really good. I might just go with something a little bit thicker just for a little extra dampening, but other than that, shocks are really smooth, really nice. Just adjusted some preload as needed. That way I can have the back up a little bit more, so, you know, when you power and accelerated squats, and just kind of like, yeah, but yeah, no, it's a solid chassis. I'm really impressed with it so far with the 4 battery packs I've ran through it. It's a complete blast. The stock tires are really awesome. They're really good. They provide a lot of good traction. Like if you're on the asphalt and just really want to like do touring car like handling and make a little course out there, like this thing will handle really well, and you will be very impressed with it and on how well it handles. And then, you know, like I said, when you want to go to something with a little bit more of a slick traction, or just even on the asphalt still, you can get a little shreddy with it. Do some power slides, you know, 4-wheel drifts, or, you know, however you want to call it, because I know there's a big thing saying 4-wheel drive isn't drifting, so. But yes, you can power slide or drift it, whichever one you want to call it, or start to debate in the comments, however you want to do that. But yeah, it'll get down. You know, like I was saying, that underground parking garage was a really good surface for these. Me and a few buddies were down there shredding today, and just had a lot of fun. You know, you just burn some battery packs, not have to worry about destroying your tires, and not building up too much heat because, you know, it's just slick traction, low power if need to. Throttle inputs are very, you know, nothing crazy. So, but if you want high speed, you can. You know, you do whatever you want. That's what's great about these things. But what's cool too about this SC500X is if you have one of these Reedy program cards, say you purchase one for your SC480X, ESC, and your Element crawlers, this will work to tune this also. So the initial drive was already, you know, at like 5%, so I just left it there. The low voltage cutoff was at 3.4, so I left it there too. That way I don't drain these batteries down like too low, because you don't want to, you know, mess them up. Drag brake I kept at 0. Max reverse power was at 75%. I dropped it down to 50 because I don't really need like reverse too much crazy. So, and then yeah, so I didn't really notice me making a difference in that today. Like, oh, so yeah, just dropped it down to 50%. And then the punch control was on soft, so I set it to max on here, and noticed a decent difference on some initial bursts. Like it should, so that way I can, you know, break some traction and get some sideways action going. But yeah, you have one of these, you can do your SC500X, no problems. And then what's cool about the SC500X is it does have a couple extra pigtails down here, which I didn't notice before. I was like, I thought it did, but yeah, it does have a couple extra pigtails. So that way, if you get a light kit or something in the future, you can plug in some lights. So those are there. If I didn't say they were there in the last video by chance when I was looking at it, everything, but yeah, all good. But yeah, great chassis, really great product. If you've been looking for like a cool on-road car to get into, I'd suggest it. I'd suggest it a lot. I'd say do it. You know, it's very basic, easy to use, easy to work with, and yeah, just a all-around fun chassis to play with. You'll have all the options in the world to do other touring car bodies and wheels and tires that you can choose with, and everything else, and just really go ham on it like you do with everything else. And just make it your own if you want to. If you don't like the Hoonigan body, or if you bought one of the sport chassis and don't like your Datsun or Rally body on there, you can always mail them to me. Anyways, but yeah, you can always just switch all that stuff up and just make it your own. Make a rally car, street car, high-speed car, you know, cool stuff like that. Do whatever you want with them. But yeah, yeah, here's stock radio too. Stock radio's been good. Everything's been good. Like I said, stock electronics been fine. Body's been good. You don't realize how dirty these things get after use compared to your crawlers. Like your crawlers, like, okay, you're like, all right, they're a little dusty. These things are filthy after because of all the tire shredding action, everything kicking up all up in there. Holy crap. Definitely dust them off. But yeah, I think that'll be the extent of my rundown here for the Team Associated Apex2 HooniTruck. Or HooniTruck. HooniCorn's the Mustang, the HooniTruck. Yeah. HooniTruck, slaying all tires. Keeping everything cool for Ken Block. Keeping his spirit alive, shredding all these tires, and just really laying this thing out there for him. Doing some cool drifts and everything else. So may you rest in peace, man. And may everybody else enjoy the video. and some runtime stuff and everything else. It'll be all included, and hopefully this persuades you to buy one and get into the sweetness of the on-road world and having some fun. Check you later, guys. Like, share, subscribe to content, and we'll see you on the next stuff.